They say that the squeaky hinge gets the oil, and I'm going to keep squeaking about this till I get some oil. There's a mental health crisis in Ramat Beit Shemesh Gimel and in Aleph. That's, I'm telling you as a fact. 50% of the kids that are going to school will fail miserably, and the ones that seem to be succeeding are the ones that are detached from themselves. That means they have no decision-making skills. They have no metric for success. All they know is that if you get bribed, if you learn Gemara, you get candy. If you do this, you get this. That's not reality. They're not in touch with themselves. They don't have any direction in life when they're not in a very rigid structure, and they're not being taught the basics of communication and social skills. Forget about health and fitness, right? Because if you're not, find me a school that isn't providing hundreds, at least 30% of the daily calorie intake in bribes to get them to learn. And when they get older, let's talk about the mashpiyim. This is the third mashpia I heard that said, you know what? 5-Ants is fantastic. The whole system runs on stimulants. And this isn't the first Rosh Hashiva Mashpia Choshev Yid that people trust that is so into their stimulants. You know why? Because the good yeshivas in Beit Shemesh are pumping stimulants into every single bacher. Go find me a yeshiva that is not at least 60, 70, 80% of the kids taking 5-Ants. Our system is held up by sugar and stimulants. So guys, if you don't see a mental health crisis, it's likely you're also disconnected from your sense of self. I've been to therapy for years. I've worked on what it means to be self-motivated and directed. This shuckling that we do during davening, it's not it's not being in touch with your body. It's not being in touch with yourself, and you're not being in touch with the words that you're saying. We are suffering from severe mental illness, and I'm going to keep preaching it till some rabbi says maybe he's right and forks me over some money to fix the educational system because it is alapanim. And if you don't notice it from your own kids, I hope you don't end up noticing it from your grandkids because it'll be fixed by then. So again, if you can sense this, pass this message on to somebody. I'm trying to get together people who actually care and don't want their kids and grandkids to be retarded, mindless, and just have no sense of direction. Forget communicating like wild animals, barking at each other with no skills, no tact, no edelkeit. The kids that are edel are the kids with the Mara Shchayra. Those are like the animals in the zoo that you keep zapping them with that prodding stick and they start to listen to you. The good kids act up. The good kids are the ones that go off the derech and that want nothing to do with Hashem because Hashem's their worst enemy in life. If you sense this is a problem, please contact me. This is a disaster. And when I walk around, I see it. I'm sensitive to these things. Right? I'm very in touch with myself. I've spent many years working on it because I also was subject to being in the system and not being educated about wholesomeness and oneness and what it actually means to be a spiritually aligned Jew. Please contact me and let's change this before it gets even worse.